check out the pajamas. This is the second week of fall Halloweeny, getting ready for spooky season vibes, except we are in full swing. It is October. And I'm going to do a quick intro, but we're going to jump right into the reading. But I just needed to say, you've seen my collection of pajamas and socks. Today I have a matching helper. So this is the print today. I'll show you a clip. Hold on. Here, this is my leg. You can see the little teddy bears, right? I wanted a little helper today to wear matching pajamas with me. And I got one. We're in our matching PJs. Except he thinks he's going to grandma's. We match! Well, I have a robe on because this is a tank top you can't see. Here. We match. We're going to jump right into it. I do want to mention though, you're going to see some clips of Ducky in this video where he has a orange safety cone around his head. Basically, he came home one night and he'd gotten into a fight and it was scabby and I was putting medicines on it, and I came home another night and I'm not going to go into detail. It was bad. We ended up going to the hospital. We were there until 4 a.m. We were there all night. And they shaved a little bit of the hair off of his face, cleaned him up, gave him meds. And then he had to stay at my mom's house for 4 or 5 days. So that's where he is in this video. And he is doing so much better. I'm recording this. He's already back home now. I'm recording this the day before I upload it, but basically, I just wanted to give you a little explanation as why there's a cat with an orange. It looks like a safety orange around his face. He's doing great. He was doing great like the day after we came home, as soon as they gave him some of those meds, because his head was so swollen. So everything is fine. Everyone is fine. This video is good. This video is full of romance folly books, so we're gonna jump right into it.
You got someone new, I know it. Yeah, but I will keep on denying it.
It looks like pee!
Need someone to hold my horses. Yeah, 'cause I go fast, yeah, I go hard. Wanna find some peace, so I pray to God to find a way to fix it all. I'm in denial, I'm undercover. My heart is breaking, so I'm faking every smile. I'm in denial, I'm undercover. Wanna find a place to rest, be human for a while. Just be human for a while. I'm fucked up, oh yeah, I know it. All alone with mixed emotions. Yeah, gotta keep my temper from running wild. Need someone to hold my horses. 'Cause I go fast, yeah, I go hard. Wanna find some peace, so I pray to God to find a way to fix it all. I'm in denial.
I'm almost done with this book, and I realize I haven't updated at all, mostly because I read so much yesterday and today, like while I was at work, so I didn't really update. I'm literally... Okay, they're gonna have some slight spoilers here, but if you looked at this cover and picked it up and you don't think they end up together, that's not my problem. I'm sorry. I'm not having a good mental health day. Excuse my low energy. I'm like 70 pages from the end, and it feels like it should already be over. Not because I want it to be over, but because of where we are in the plot. Like, they're married now. Hello. It's been a month since they met, by the way. Well, no. It's been a month. Okay. So I do have 70 pages left, and I'm like, what's gonna happen? I think the biggest flaw in how quickly everything is going is that this is a series, and it obviously follows different people in the same town, so I feel like you could have had these things happen in another book from another point of view. However, every book in the series is written by a different author, so I understand giving the full book to those couple. Like, that is completely understandable to me. And I was really, really enjoying this in the beginning, so I was curious and like just looked at a couple reviews not because I searched them out, but when I like put on my reading list that I was reading it, I just looked at the book's like stats or whatever. And some people said it started out strong with the fall vibes, and then the insta-love turned them off, and then once they fell in love, it was just them trying to express that love over and over again, which is true. And so to play like a little bit of an advocate here, I will say I didn't pick this up to be some big thought-provoking read. I picked it up because I wanted a fun fall romance, and that's what I'm getting. However, I will agree with those comments. Like, I feel like the fall vibes have fallen off. Now, don't get me wrong. I love that they started traveling to different places because I like that personally. Like, they've already gone to like 3 other places. But the book started out being like, oh, like fall is famous in this town. And they went to a pumpkin patch. For 2 seconds, they picked out 2 pumpkins, and then that was it. And that was the last like fall-y thing that we've done. And so they were talking about some other big fall things that happen in the town. So I thought the book was going to spend, you know, all that time doing them. And we just haven't. And I guess that is, I don't even want to say it's a complaint, because I'm still enjoying the book, to be fair. Like, I am enjoying it. I will say I have probably rolled my eyes just as many times as I have been like, wow, I'm really enjoying this. So do with that information what you will. I think my least favorite part of this book so far is there is a point where, like, the first time they like spend the night together because there's a storm, so she stays at his house. And this is a spoiler, but again, like, you know that they're gonna end up together. But there's a point where they were drinking, and so she wants to kind of keep the night moving when they make it upstairs, if you know what I mean. And he doesn't want to rush it, especially doing anything for the first time while they've been drinking, which, you know, like, respect or whatever. And this is a side tangent. They are so desperate for like any kind of like affection, touch, anything. They both are, and you're getting both perspectives like mentally, so you get that. But homie, the girly pop, was so desperate in that moment. They were laying in bed together, and he had like his arm over her, and because he was like, no, like, let's slow down a little bit, laying next to him, she started to just handle it herself to herself, if you know what I mean. You do you, literally. But in bed next, like, he's literally touching you and you're doing it. And so, like, of course, she thinks he's asleep. He's not really asleep. And he, like, acknowledged it when she was, like, done. And he enjoyed it. But you know that because you're getting his perspective. You don't know if someone is going to enjoy that and consent to that kind of thing. When I read that, I literally was making, like, the worst face. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this book. It has since gotten better. But that moment, I was like, this is, like, a hard no for me. Like, if I was like, hey, let's slow down, and then someone did that next to me, no! That's, like, not consensual. Like, that's, like, I understand that's, like, a blurry line, kind of. It's not even really that blurry. I don't think you should do it, but it, like, put me off for a bit. Anyway, my battery's about to die. I'm gonna get back to this tangent in a little bit. Hold on. All right, it's a while later. I do not remember what I was talking about. And I don't know what possessed me, but I just did my nails, and I kind of wish I hadn't, because now I have to readjust to having long nails. But look, they're like velvety. Oh, they look good, but I had almost instant regret, but I'm stuck with them for like 2 weeks. So anyway, I'm pretty sure I was talking about how the blurred lines of consent were happening. But like I said, you get his thought process, so you know that he's, like, down with it. But, like, she didn't know that. And she was just going. She was going ham. Literally. Well, ooh. I don't want to say it. Anyway, she just was, Anyway. So, again, I feel like there was kind of harsh complaints in the ratings of this book because people have something really, really against insta-love. And I'm going to say it's not my favorite thing, but, like, I didn't pick up this book because I was like, will they get together or won't they? They're gonna. Hey, stop. Come here. Come here. I will say what I do like about this book, and people do say they don't like the banter and the lines and the dialogue in this book. Some of it I don't personally like. Some of it I also don't personally like, but there are a couple lines in the way, like, it is very love bomby, which would be like my red flag here. But there are some instances where it's so, like, they are cute, and it reminds me of like when you start talking to someone for the first time, you first start dating, and you're just kind of like obsessed and like super complimenty and stuff. And so those parts I do like. Some of the lines are a little cringy to me, but it's fine. Because I'm not the biggest like pet name person. That's a personal thing. I will say, other than the kind of non-consensual thing that happened, so it is a billionaire romance, which I don't read a lot of, because not that any of the books I read are necessarily realistic, but you know. In the book, it tries to play off that he's super humble and nice with his money, and in a lot of ways he is. Like, he'll literally go somewhere and be like, you know what, I want to pay for the next 500 people behind me. I think that's awesome. Like, that's cool, and that's a fun way to show him. There's been like 2 instances where he's trying to do something for the love into Autumn. Her name is Autumn. He's trying to do something for Autumn, and he kind of flexes his money and his connections to do it, but kind of like arrogantly. And then it makes a point of saying like, oh, I don't usually do this, but I'm doing it for her. And I'm like, that's fine. But all I'm seeing is that you are doing it, and you're coming across kind of like, But I will say, I can understand people's complaints, but I feel like they're being a little harsh for it. I have my own complaints. However, I am also eating it up. Like, I'm enjoying reading the book. Even though, like I said, I'm like half the time kind of like, and then the other half, like, that's cute. Not to mention, there are some lines in here that I really like. I've been, like, quoting them on my Goodreads, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't expect to, like, some of these lines are really good. Like, as far as, like, emotion go. And there's, like, this thing with his mom in here where she left him letters, and she's like, oh, there's 13 all over the house. I think you only end up getting to read 2. And I'm hoping that I'll get a little bit more explanation to that later on. And I kind of like the way it's played out with his dad, because you kind of think at the beginning he's like just some scummy guy, and then you kind of find out that's not quite true, and they kind of make amends, and I liked that part. Like I said, I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen now, because they are married, and I still have 70 pages left. So I'm wondering if that is just going to be spent like rubbing that in people's faces, because there's some people pop up in this book that don't really want them together. Nails match, at least. I would like to finish this book tonight, because like I said, I would like to start another book tomorrow, and maybe even read something that I've never read before, like something kind of out of my comfort zone. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try not to have an anxiety attack about these. This happens to me sometimes, because I think it's probably a sensory issue. When I first do my nails or put fake nails on, I get like this like, and so I don't know what the phobia is called. I have a weird thing with any nail, like fingernails, toenails. I can't, like, if I focus on it too long, I start to like legitimately go crazy. So I feel very claustrophobic, and I feel very like if one thing feels slightly out of place, I have to like take them all off, and I can't think about it. I just have to move on. I have to like, I need to like give it the night, because maybe it's just some glue on my finger that I'm feeling that'll be gone tomorrow. But right now I'm kind of like, oh, it matches my phone case. Imagine taking a picture like this. Except I don't take pictures, because I don't do social media, so I don't post pictures. And that sucks, because I have so many pictures of my cats. I'm a little sleepy, but I would like to finish this, so we shall see. Oh! Wait. I want to rewrite the board for this video before I go to bed tonight, so we will come back to that in a minute. It's not coming off. I'm gonna try to go over it with the chalk marker down here and see. We'll come back to that. So, it's October 1st! We'll get back to that. Anyway, I did finish this last night. I didn't want to continue talking about it last night, because I had just ranted about it. But I did finish it after midnight, so I did also want to go to bed. But I will say, I feel like a lot of the side characters were set up to feel like we were going to get their stories next, because there are like 5 or 6 books in this series, but again, by all different authors. But I looked at what the stories are about and tried to get like the names of those people, and I don't think it's any of these guys. So I don't know if like she's ever going to go on with that, or I don't know if they even can, if they're part of a series together with other authors. But like they set it up to the point where I wanted to read about it. Like I wanted to read about Jules. And then I thought like maybe Harper would get her own story and stuff. So that's kind of confusing and kind of disappointing, but whatever. Listen, I said it last night and I'm going to say it again. I went into this book because I wanted a cheesy fall book. And it started off with fall, it ended with fall, but also ended with Christmas. But anyway, it fell through a little bit in the middle with the fall stuff, but like I'm okay with that because I like the other stuff that they did. And I think it was a good introduction to fall. I would not say this is the ultimate fall book, but I read this the last week of September, and that's predominantly when this book takes place, and into the first weeks of October. Like it pretty much wraps up on October 31st. In very short scenes. And then there was a bonus chapter, like a Christmassy chapter at the end. So I went into it because I wanted a fun, fast, cheesy romance fall-y read. And that's what I got. And I feel kind of bad that people were kind of harping on this book because, like, I think we all went in for that thing. And if you didn't, then I think you need to start reading literary fiction if that's what you're going for, if you're looking for something a little deeper. Not to say that this didn't have some moments where it was pretty deep. Like, it does talk about some unfortunate things as far as, like, you know, losing someone close to you and all that. And I will say that part, I didn't enjoy it because I never like when anybody loses someone like that. But I feel like, again, and I said this about a book that I read a couple months ago, I think sometimes when books cover loss, it's like the immediate feelings. And this guy in the book lost his mom over 20 years ago, and he still talks about it because he's back in the house, you know, she customized and built and everything, and hadn't been there in over 20 years. So I think like the bringing up those old memories and stuff, I really liked that part. And I know I said something last night about the letters. You will end up finding like one more. So I think you only get to see 3 in this book, but the further you get into it, you realize like the book's not about him quickly finding these 13 letters. It is something that he is going to find over the course of like years. And like they were cheesy because everything was like pretty much predicted for these guys by multiple people, or these guys, you know, this couple, for multiple people, but it was cheesy. That's what I went into this book for, and I had a good time. Good enough that if it continued with these side characters, I was wanting to pick it up. So, and like I said, I was rolling my eyes about some of that. And there was some parts, especially in like the later spicy scenes, because I feel like she was like adding new stuff to make it not the same scene over and over again. But I was just rolling my eyes. I was like, oh, this is cringy. This is, oh. So, but it was like, I also couldn't look away. It was like, I couldn't help but be like, what is going on? But yeah, I mean, people's grievances that I've read reviews about, like, I get it. But I also went into this book pretty much getting exactly what I wanted. There was a lot less fall than I thought, but I'm glad I read it really, really early in the fall. It was good. So now I need to think about what I want to take to work today, because today is like my last day at work where I can kind of read. The first of the week is pretty slow. So I can read while I'm sitting there. I'm also like kind of in a lot of pain today. Like I woke up with a really bad back pain, and I get that a lot. So I like, before I could even get up and get ready for work, I had to lay on a heating pad. That's why I didn't put any effort to anything today. I was just like, So I'm in a lot of pain, but I need to figure out a book. I contemplated, unpopular opinion, I don't think, I just split my lip while I was talking. I have a chapped lip and like a scratch on it and just went, anyway, unpopular opinion, I think I know, based off of, I watch some people on YouTube who read him religiously. I think I know that Stephen King is not the author for me, especially not, I know I'm not going to sit there and read every book he's ever written. I would say there are 2 or 3 books that interest me where I feel like I would like to give a try one day. That being said, I do have a book of spooky short stories by him. My thing with Stephen King is I know that he includes things in almost every book, to the point where I'm like, why is it in every book? Like, that almost more than like the horror books that he writes makes me want to not like read them. I just think it's odd if it's in every single book. I'm like, why? Especially when it comes to like children and stuff, and I think that's a common theme. However, I would like to venture into reading Stephen King for the first time, but in short story form. These are just spooky stories. I don't even know if these are some of his like really famous stories. I guess we'll find out. So I might try to do that today, because then that's like a small commitment. It's reading like a 50-page story. And again, that's no hate to Stephen King. I can respect what he's done because he has written so many books, and the fact that he has made so many famous books, so many like bestsellers, so many of these have been turned into movies. I understand the fan base. I just don't think it's for me. The same way like this isn't going to be for everyone. Fantasy books aren't for everyone. It's fine. And for a long time, I didn't want to say that I don't like Stephen King, because I just don't think, I don't want to say I don't like, I just don't think his work is for me. Especially not in the capacity that, like, people really, really like it. I feel like I could probably read 1 or 2 books, and all I can say is right now, I don't think it's for me, but I won't know that until I actually fully read one. However, I've watched, like, pretty in-depth reviews and, like, spoilers for his books, and I just feel like every time I get interested about one, something happens, and I'm like, it's enough for me to just not pick up the book. But like I said, I do own a couple of his books because I bought them to try them out. Like, I own It, obviously. I own that short story collection, so I might take that with me. And then I might read that today. Also, it is October 1st. It is the first day of October. So, couple big things are happening this month. One, the kitten's first birthday is next week, and also Geenie Day. I don't know when Genie's birthday is because I found her as an adult. So when I didn't think I was keeping the kittens, I was like, we'll just call their birthday Geenie Day, because that was like a really big day that we had together. I was with her while she had them, and I still have all of her kittens a year later. So now it's just Kitten and Geenie Day. And then the next day I have a doctor's appointment I'm very scared about. It's like, I've never done anything like this, so I'm scared, and I've also had to reschedule it 3 times, so it's like I have to keep waiting for it, and I'm just really scared about going. I'm also just kind of scared of the doctor. I'm sure they're gonna want to do blood work and stuff, and I'm scared. I'm not scared of like tattoos, but I'm scared of blood work. I didn't have a great experience getting my blood drawn when I was younger, so that has stuck with me. And then my grandma's birthday is this month, and this weekend I'm going to a pumpkin patch, so that'll probably be included in this video. And then just some other, and I want to do some other spooky things, and I'm really excited. So it's officially October. It's game time. Hey. I need to pick out a book. I need to go get a coffee. I'm gonna go to work because I've been yapping long enough that I'm probably gonna be late. Wow, I look even rougher than I did this morning. So I ended up going to work, and I read like a paragraph of that Stephen King book, and I just, here's the problem, especially when I'm trying something new like that. The other day, I was in a big mood to read that. Allergies. Today, I was not. And to be fair, before I even say like, oh, it's just not for me, it's not for me, I don't know if it is because I haven't read it. But even this morning, I think because I read so much 3 days in a row, I don't know if I'm burnt out because I want to read, but I think I also needed a little gap. But I was trying to like jump straight into another book, especially one that's out of like my comfort zone, and I already have been hesitant to read. I just wasn't, I didn't read it. I read like a paragraph and I was like, no, not for me, not right now. So I didn't have any other book with me, and this happened very early on in the workday. So then I was just looking at Kindle, and I ended up picking up the second book in the Cozy Creek series, which is the series of the book I just finished. And so I pick up the second one. I thought I was safe. They're in the middle of Colorado, and this one is like a cowboy-esque romance. Like they're on a ranch, like a farm, whatever. I thought I was safe. But they're fucking Irish! Ah! Anyway, I'm going to try to move past it. Hopefully that's not a big plot point because, like, the love interest, his dad has, like, kind of an accent and his grandma still lives there. So he's, like, why? I thought it was safe. This is, like, a cowboy romance in Colorado. What the And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just know that I'm not reading things or doing anything that involves Ireland because someone broke my heart. Which is a shame because I loved Ireland very much. Still do, I guess. I just, that doesn't love me. So, that being said, I am going to try to continue this book because it has piqued my interest to a degree. I'm going to keep going. I'm not chomping at the bit to read anything right now, and that's kind of my problem. Also, I have tried again to get this off, and it's not coming off. Maybe I need to get like a chalkboard eraser, but like this was only on here. I mean, it was on there for over a week, I guess, but like, well, you know how restaurants have like chalkboard walls where they'll have a menu up for like a month and then change it? How do they get that off? Because that marker was like a bistro marker. I don't know what's going on, guys. Anyway, tomorrow, this is something else that's kind of happening this month. Tomorrow, I'm getting some help. I'm trying to get some streaming stuff set up tomorrow, and I want to start doing that. Honestly, if it's set up tomorrow, I'll probably try doing it tomorrow. Also, Taylor Swift's album comes out tomorrow, I believe. I don't know if anything else is happening. But, like I said, I'm kind of reading that little Kindle book, the second book. And also, I do have a graphic novel that I've never read. It's the first one in the series, so I'm kind of excited about it. But I also wanted to finish the books I was reading last week before I tried reading it. So I might read it this week if I just want something quick because I'm not like in a mood to read a full book. So, that being said... also an update about little Duckster. He's doing good. His infection, it's coming out. And that's how you know I love my kids, okay? Because I have to extract the infection out. Not like, extract sounds like really gross. I have to clean it and I have to like, basically his wound kind of needs to stay a little open so it can keep coming out. That's so gross. Oh gosh. It's also not his first like abscess. So once we kind of knew what it was, I kind of had a better idea of how to handle it. But of course he still needed to be seen and give medications. But he's doing much better. His swelling has gone down. Like when we had to take him to the hospital the other night, I was alone. His face, I didn't notice it at the time because I was more concerned with like the wound that was on his head, but when I was like next to him, I felt his head and I could feel it being like uneven, like behind the wound, behind his ear, his head was like this. And then I saw the picture that I took of him before we went to the hospital. Usually his face goes like to his nose like that, but it literally went like his whole head was just completely misshapen. And his swelling has gone down. He has a huge appetite. He just looks so much better. He's still at my mom's recovering. And he's so effing cute. All of my cats are so effing cute. But his brother Henry is like looking for him. He's like, where is my brother? So yeah, that's kind of sad. But I'm glad he's recovering in like a really, really safe place, which is good. But his brother is kind of like, what the F is going on? What? I honestly think I'm really dehydrated right now because I keep wanting to like, I don't know, not eat because I'm not hungry, but I just drank a bunch of water, but I feel like it didn't like quench my thirst because I had so much water yesterday. Like finally I hydrated myself yesterday, and today I just have not had a lot because I didn't feel too good, so I just like wasn't consuming anything. But I'm gonna drink some more water, and I think I might have a little sweet treat. Also, I haven't edited this yet, but so far it's been a lot of yapping. I don't know if it looks any fun fall spooky stuff. But like I said earlier, I am going to the pumpkin patch this weekend. And now that it's October, I think a lot more like, outside things are gonna, not like outdoors, but just like, More than just me and Home Goods are ready to celebrate Halloween. And I've been yapping for another 10 minutes, and editing me is gonna hate myself. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna read anything tonight. I just don't think I'm in a reading mood. Not tonight, anyway. You wanna say hi again? Alright, hi guys. I'm pretty sure I've been wearing this in every clip, but I don't think I've recorded in a couple days. I just washed my emotional support sweater. Excuse me. So, my friend Lauren just left, but we read a little bit today, but I figured, like I mentioned to her that I'm like 48% of the way through my book, so before I finish it, I figure I should update you. Also, do you see all my books in the back on my bench back there? I need a place for those. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I'm like halfway through the book, and same opinion that I had before. It is insta-lovey. Like, I'm talking, everything starts happening at like 30% of the way through. This one even feels quicker than the last one. This one I think is shorter though. I'm not positive. I'm still having a good time, other than the pesky little Ireland. Okay. I had a bit of a stressful day. But tomorrow I'm going to the pumpkin patch, and I want to have a good time, but it doesn't feel like fall here. It's gonna be 80 degrees tomorrow. How am I supposed to get my fall on and dress folly and have hot chocolate if it's hot? Anyway, I need to think of something else folly to do. I'm trying to decide, is tonight going to be when I start watching Stranger Things? I don't even know if I can get into Netflix right now. That might be a problem. Do I want to do that? Also, I went to start streaming, and then didn't work because I have a PS5 to stream a game. Well, anyway, I could have streamed, but for some reason, the way I guess my game is formatted on the PlayStation, I couldn't also talk. So I either stream with no audio, or I just record with audio and upload later. So I guess that's what we're going to do. I'm trying to get some videos out next week. I've already recorded many videos. And then I want to do something else folly this week. I just don't know what yet. Maybe go get some pumpkins because it is October. What else has happened since I've recorded? Taylor Swift released a new album. Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. I'm talking to everyone about Taylor Swift. Oh, I'll include it in the montage after this, because after this it's probably going to be tomorrow. But me and Lauren went to get food in Nashville, and I had heard that there was a Taylor Swift pop-up at a Starbucks, but I didn't know which one. I didn't even look it up because I was like, I'm not going to be there. And then we drove to get lunch, and we passed it, and we were going to stop by, but we ended up not being able to. But it's okay, because I'm pretty sure like all of the vinyls and like friendship bracelets and all like that kind of stuff was probably already gone. But I'm talking, they covered the outside of the Starbucks to be the color of the album with like this huge half album. You'll see it in the video. And also said Starbies instead of Starbucks. So that was really cute. Like, I thought that was so cool. Even then I got, like, honestly, I wanted to go, but we ended up not being able to today. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. But even just driving past it and seeing it in person was so cute. Like I've said it before, I have not always been a Swiftie. I'm like a newer Swiftie. I've always enjoyed some of her songs, and I might have even been a hater there for a little bit, but that was just because, like, she was perfect. Or in my eyes, I was just like, woo, she has everything. But she is older. I am older. And I am just like such a huge fan now. So I'm eating it up. And I am really liking the songs. I think she's back in her pop era. And I think this album is so just cool. So, side tangent. I am obsessed with it. I'm halfway through my book. We're going to try to find something to watch tonight because I don't feel like doing anything tonight. I've had kind of a blah day. I think I just got in my head today. And the problem is once I get there, I'm kind of stuck. Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate because I woke up and I was in like a really good mood. And I think just like different kind of stresses. Like if I get stressed out about one tiny thing, it just brings on every stress that I have because I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I hate when people say that. So I was just in my head today. But like I said, we're going to do the pumpkin patch tomorrow. So I'll just jump. And I have to drive an hour to get there. It's a good thing that album came out. And I have not stopped thinking about Nightshade. In fact, the obsession is worse now than it was then when I was reading it last week. I'm obsessed. Like I said in my review, I want that to be like a limited series or something. And imagine I was like hot enough to be Farron. I want to be her, because whoever they could get to cast, or like whoever they could get to play Jericho, right? I don't know. Anyway, who knows? Ooh, something else I haven't shown you that I want to show you before I jump to the next one. One moment. Other day, there was like this little fall festival out on like the old square or whatever in my town, and there was a book van. And the funny thing is about 8 or 9 months ago, there was a van for sale, very affordable, like insanely affordable as far as like mini buses go. Still more than I had, but I wanted that bus so bad to turn it into a mobile bookstore. And the guy was kind of like, yeah, if you want it, let me know. And then he decided he wasn't going to sell it. So I was like, oh, dang. And then randomly sold it. I didn't even get a chance. I wanted to turn that into a mobile bookstore so bad. However, outside of my parents' store was a mobile bookstore. So of course I went into it. And you'll never guess the first thing I saw when I walked in. By Keri Lake. This is her, I think this is like her more popular one, and this one has been traditionally published. Like, look at that. And then obviously the sprayed edges are insane. Oh, look at the inside. Is there anything special on the outside? Oh yeah, look at that. That's so cool. Okay, and I don't really know anything about this series or her other series, but I'm really excited to read it. It's like when you first find like you find a new author because you're just trying out a book, and then you're obsessed with it, and you get to go read everything they've written. I am so excited and terrified. Because also I get really hesitant when I love something, because then I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't have like 7 obsessions at once. I just need to be obsessed with one of your books. Anyway, I screeched when I saw this. I literally went and then I have no idea what this book is about, but I saw it I think I was just looking at Amazon and I saw it. Look, it lights up right there. Lights up. But then this one also had sprayed edges. Don't really know much about it. But I've been kind of wanting to do this thing where I buy books and know nothing about them just based off the cover. Because usually you're supposed to not judge a book by its cover. Figuratively, but literally we do. Oh, I think I just opened up. Anyway, also, pretty much my type. Why would I not pick this up? Very excited. I might even try to read it for a video. I don't know. And then, oh, I was going to order this book, and then I saw it in the little mobile bookstore, so of course I got it. I would love to try to read that now, but I literally just had the conversation with my mom where I'm like, I wait all year for fall, and then when fall comes, I'm like not prepared. And maybe it's just because it's so hot here during fall that it doesn't feel like fall. But it's literally October 4th, and I already feel like I have only a week left of October to get everything done I want to do and like soak up as much. Like, there's this pressure to soak up as much fall and Halloween as possible that it slips through your fingers because you're just like, I'm determined. I need to pick up on my reading because I want to read this. And I also got this one. I had never seen this one before, and I've never read anything by Hannah Bonham Young. But the cover of this was so cute. Also, my type. Dark hair and tattoos, hello. And it's called People Watching. So I haven't read anything by this author, but I know they're really popular. So these are the books that I got from the mobile bookstore. Very cute. And then I also got a sticker. Me and my friend Lauren got matching stickers. On my way to buy more books, obviously. And then they gave me, they don't have like a YouTube, so I couldn't really tag them, but they're called Romance on Board. And then I got a cute little bookmark with a little QR code. Screenshot if you want. I haven't shown you the nails since I did them. I think I did. Look, they're like velvety, so when I move, they like... Anyway, that is my update, my long-winded update. I have not taken this stuff out of the bag until I could show you, so now I can like put these books away. So, very exciting. Oh, Ophelia.
Got a lot of time, don't wanna let it slide, about to get and see it like such a bad sooner of July. Look at all the stars, tell me where you are. 오늘이 지나면 후회를 따윈 없어요. 하잖아.
Hold up, got a good feeling, can't sleep, my heart is beating faster than usual, thrill in the city lights, break free, gotta make a run, cause the night is way too young, it's only begun, just let all your problems go.
This just feels so right. 빛을 따라가. Got a lot of time, don't wanna let it slide, about to get and see it like such a bad sooner of July. Look at all the stars, tell me where you are. 오늘이 지나면 후회를 따윈 없어요. 하잖아. London, Paris, New York, and Tokyo, South City, yeah. I'll take you to the place where you feel alive. 네가 좋을까? 춤추는 너의 발, 멈추지 않는 말. 밤이 가기 전에 It just feels so right. 빛을 따라가. It just feels so right. 빛을 따라가. Got a lot of time, don't wanna let it slide, about to get and see it like such a bad sooner of July. Look at all the stars, tell me where you are. 오늘이 지나면 후회를 따윈 없어요. 하잖아. Got a lot of time, don't wanna let it slide.
It is October 6th, and I just wrote my mom her second card. It says Hex Yeah. And then on the inside it says wishing you a happy Halloween. And then I wrote Halloween season is here. This week I challenge you to make yourself some cookies, cozy up with a warm blanket, and watch your favorite fall movie. Love you, Allie 2025. And then I drew the envelope to kind of match. Doesn't look good. It's fine. Now I'm going to mark off a couple things off this board. To no one's surprise, I'm not a big TV watcher. Not anymore. So I still haven't watched a movie or a TV show. I might try to do that tonight because I kind of want to do myself like a girl dinner, you know? Like I want to make some garlic pasta in a new pretty dish set that I got and drink some wine. I also have that doctor's appointment tomorrow and I'm so scared. All right, so wrote mom her card, marking off. Finished a book. I finished 2 books. I went to a pumpkin patch and now it's either and or both. Watch a movie and watch a show. I've done everything else. Speaking of which, I obviously finished Fall I Want, and another classic scenario where I enjoyed the book when I was reading it, stopped reading it, keep thinking about it. So I did really actually like this book. And like the more I think about it, like yes, there were some cheesy things. There were some things I really didn't like. I really liked the book. And that's what I'm going to say about that. Earlier today, I finished Fall Too Well, which was the second book in the series. I think I already said this, but the way that they set up side characters in this book, and that there were so many, I thought that the next 5-6 books, because I think there are 6 books in the series, so I thought the way that they were setting up all the side characters were going to play into being who were in these books. So far, 0 overlap, and I've read the first 2. That's kind of fine, because then you literally can read any of them and it doesn't matter. It's just all in the same town. But I did finish Fall Too Well today. It has a different cover. Only the first and third one have had makeovers. Don't know why. I should have the third one coming in at the end of the month, but I read this one on my Kindle. It was good. I don't really know what to say about this one because it really just felt like I was reading a short story. However, I'm glad that like there are several conflicts in this story, but one of them is that the main character's ex-husband is trying to basically sabotage her into coming back home, even though he doesn't like her or their child. So I thought it was going to be like a cheap shot, and the third act conflict was going to be her saying like, oh, I have no choice but to go back to him. She didn't, and she stuck to her guns, and I love her for that. And again, I don't think I disliked anything. It was a very different vibe to Fall I Want, which was the first one. But they were similar in the sense that, and I'm starting to get the vibe that they're just based in fall. They're not necessarily fall books. Again, it started and ended with a little bit of fall, and in the middle, nothing really. How many pages is this book? 348. It does not feel like that. It does not feel like that. I'm talking 30% in, they're already like, this is it. Like, and it was so quick. It was so insta-love. Even more insta-love than the last one. But in fairness, they've known each other their whole lives. I guess that's kind of the whatever. But it happened like where they had their first kiss, and then there was just no going back. He was like, well, we're going to get married now. They didn't, but they're gonna. But I didn't dislike it. I felt like I literally had the thought today where I was like, I think that's my thing with this book. It felt like a short story. So if you want a really quick read that is kind of in fall time, and it's a second chance romance, single mom, dude who just would like take down the world for her, like, it's good. I liked it. It was fine. I don't know if I liked it more than the other one, but they're so different in plot. So I'm not really gonna compare them. I don't think it's a competition, and I'm not one to compare. I still enjoyed it, and I'm gonna read the third one. So the last thing, I don't think I need to talk about anything else. I think I've covered my bases. So like I said, it is October 6th, which means it is the kitten's birthday. They are 1 year old today. They're always going to be kittens to me, but they are not babies anymore. It makes me sad. Let me see if I can find a cute video. I was going to edit some videos in, but I'm just going to show you now. Because they're not babies no more. Like, look at them. They were babies. And I was there for their birth. Oh, this is my gang. This is Guinea and her babies. And that was when they were exactly 1 month old. So, and now they're just like full grown cats. Like, some of like the one of the boys is literally bigger than my full grown 11-year-old cat over here. So that's insane. But I did run and get them some presents. I didn't get them a ton of presents just because, I don't know. Like, Guinea and Sploot will play with toys, and they love their cuddly toys. But the boy kittens, I have to buy them like those Kong, like pit bull toys, because they are not neutered yet, and apparently cats are very destructive before they get neutered. And I knew that with like a general destructive sense, but like the toy thing, I've never had a cat destroy toys the way that they do. I was very limited on when I could get them, and to be completely honest, I just couldn't afford to do stuff like a big thing for them. So they all got toys, and I'm just doing the best that I can right now. But I'm gonna end this video with some clips of their birthdays. They are 1 year old, and I have no idea how Guinea is. And I was like, I was with her for the birth of these kittens, and at the time I didn't think I was keeping any kittens. So I was like, this is gonna be Guinea Day, and we're gonna celebrate. They're gonna go off to their homes, and we're still gonna celebrate today, Guinea. But now I still have all of them, and obviously still have Guinea. She was always gonna be mine. So it's just all of their day, so that's cute. I cannot believe they are 1 year old. Oh my gosh. I still think of them as being like this big. I want them to stay that small forever. Anyway. Happy birthday, girls! Happy birthday, girls!
On a rainy day. You are the one.
Hi, beautiful.
Yeah. And she's the smallest baby, and now she's almost as big as Mama.
As long as you're with me. I surrender my heart. I was yours from the start. Together we will be stronger than all. We can sway but never fall. You are my sunshine on a rainy day. You are the one who takes my breath away. In the vast skies of love, I'm free. As long as you're here with me. Sunshine, hey, you are my sunshine, sunshine, sunshine.
Jesus God.
You are my sunshine, sunshine on a rainy day.
I will be finding that in my bed later.
You are my sunshine, sunshine.
Kini, go play with the toys. Go play with the toys. In my hand. Stop.
You are my sunshine
about?
on a rainy day. You are the one who takes my breath away.
Shy.